A special art group is bringing colour into Portsmouth. Art Invisible is currently showcasing the talent of adults with learning difficulties. The project is run by the day service provision The Right to Work, and it gives participants the opportunity to be valued in their society through their creativity and to also earn some money. Our reporter Nicole Ris had a dip into the group's paint pots to find out more.
A colourful affair is being brought to the Summerstone Community Hub in Portsmouth when adults with learning disabilities gather and swing their paintbrushes to create unique art. Art Invisible meets every Thursday and aims to develop the skills and talents of its participants.
Art Invisible is an enterprise, so it's a separate enterprise running alongside the Right to Work, but it's still a day service provision, so social services pay for the artists to come to us. They're supported by a talented artist called Sharon. Sharon also has a lot of friends that volunteer for us, that offer support and guidance to the guys. Obviously quite a few of our guys are incredibly talented natural artists themselves, and we work with them to develop their skills and to sell their images, and they get payment for that. Others of them, maybe they're not quite so naturally talented, and then we develop different artistic groups. So they might be doing felting, they might do glass work, all sorts of things, just to try and find an area in which they feel comfortable and that they can develop skills and talents in. But also it's about being part of a creative group. So it's not necessarily about everybody has to have a huge amount of talent. It's about they enjoy being part of a creative group and coming together and working together, which they do. Probably 80% of them are on the autistic spectrum. We have people with Down syndrome, and then we have other people with all different sorts of conditions, so Fragile X, non-specific learning disabilities, which is very common as well, so they have a learning disability which affects them cognitively, socially, etc., but nobody can define what that learning disability is.
Art Invisible has been meeting since last year, and over the past 3 months, its participants have been working on an exhibition which is currently being showcased at the Community Hub. The weekly activity helps those involved to become part of the broader community.
For us, whatever we do, we try and do within the wider community. So having our art group based here within the hub in Portsmouth is really important to us. And we do that with each of our provisions, so they become part of the broader community. Also, working together within learning disabilities, all of their education is a bit like going to a public school. You don't live near your friends, you live miles away, because obviously that's the specialism. So when you then get home, it's often a fairly lonely world. So offering Art Invisible here in Portsmouth enables it to be predominantly Portsmouth people that access the group, so they live close by, so they can develop friendships. But it's about being supportive to each other, but also about giving back to the community. And certainly I think the hub would advocate that they gain from our guys being here, not just artistically, but because of the wonderful characters that are here and part of their community on a weekly basis.
I'm working on a garden gnome, which will go on a nice wooden box, which will be good, suitable for like valuables and like keys and everything. Ever since I joined, I've been enjoying it every step of the way.
Why is it that you enjoy it that much?
It's because I've made more friends. I've got me work sold, and for people to see exactly what I can do.
Do you have any favourite colours?
I have blue, my favourite colour.
And I also saw it's always the Henry vacuum cleaner that you include in your pieces.
Yeah.
Why that vacuum cleaner?
Because I love the smiley faces and they look up while you're hoovering.
And what are you painting currently?
In a heart, in round shape.
Okay, so I'm going to
For her. Blue flowers.
And why did you choose to paint a heart?
Love.
Who is this, for example?
Your name, good morning, best woman, bad Carmine, Dan Billy, Summer Running, John Clooney, Nelly Tobin.
The artwork has big potential, having already been picked up by a gallery.
So what we're trying to do is all the time is to market their products so that they can all earn some sort of income from that. Now that could be a regular income, or it might just be ad hoc payments that that they receive, but also for some of the guys what we try to do is just get their work recognised, because lots of them are incredibly talented, and we've got a fairly major gallery at the moment interested in 2 of our artists, and they're coming along to have a look and talk to them. So fingers crossed, it could be that they have wider exhibitions and they become known, and then they can then earn a living from coming to Art Invisible. So it doesn't mean that they would leave Art Invisible, they'd still be part of it, but actually their work is selling to a much broader audience.
Nicole Ris for That's Solent.